What is going on, guys? I'm Nasiko and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm here again with Xerachii. We did a dual commentary in the past. Link will be in the description if you want to check it out. He can introduce himself now.
Hey, what's up, guys? As he said, I'm Xerachii. I was that other Filipino kid in the other dual com, so if you guys don't remember me, I don't know.
So, we talked before about YouTube Call of Duty trends, and today we're kind of doing a similar topic, and we're talking about TitanFall this time. But the catch is, the game hasn't come out yet, and we're giving mostly our speculations on how it's going to receive in the YouTube community and really in the general community. We're going to talk about how, if we think it's going to replace Call of Duty, and how it's going to be respected in gaming in general.
Yeah.
So we have like three main topics to go over. So the first one is how is it going to be received by the average gamer? So we both think that it's going to be a great game. We haven't played it yet. Both of us haven't. We didn't go to E3 or anything.
Sad face. Yeah,
so Respawn really knows the FPS genre. They know if you don't know, Respawn is just the half of Infinity Ward that left after Modern Warfare 2. They made Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and they left because they knew I don't know, there's some disagreement, and then now they've been working on Titanfall for the past few years, and so they have a lot of experience for fast-paced games like Call of Duty, and so they're bringing that into Titanfall, but adding a lot of mechanics, really.
Yeah, and as he said, Respawn, these are the guys that made COD 4 and MW2. I think they made some other games, like they stopped at MW3, but if you guys have ever played Call of Duty or COD 4 and MW2, you know that these were like the high titles of Call of Duty.
Those are the best two Call of Duty titles.
Yes, by far. I saw a Thunder video where he did like the fan take on what was the best Call of Duty. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
And everybody voted up COD 4. It was #1. If you haven't played it, I would recommend going back and playing it because it's what every Call of Duty should have been, but we kind of downgraded over the years.
So obviously, I don't understand how they'd make it a bad game. It's a next-gen title. It seems like it's the next-gen first-person shooter that we need. Ghost did not get that, and so they really have that opportunity to take that. Battlefield 4 is really buggy at the start. I think Titanfall, as a new franchise, that's at the perfect stage where Ghost and Battlefield they've already had their own. They're already like late into their franchise. This is brand new. It's bringing you new stuff. It's different. This could be. It seems like it's the perfect time, and I don't understand. I can't see any reason why this wouldn't be a successful game or franchise in general.
I agree.
And originality, we don't think it's completely original. It seems like kind of like a Halo plus COD, and a little bit of Battlefield in there. But in general, like the game mechanics, like the way you run on walls, it seems it has some new mechanics, but it's not a completely original game. But that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, being a new FPS, like I remember playing Call of Duty and seeing all my friends going to Battlefield. That was the weirdest feeling ever. Like, oh, give it a chance, bro. Oh, it's new, it's different. And I was like, I want to stick to my roots. But I played Battlefield, actually, guys, if you don't know that. And it's a lot better than what Call of Duty has become. I'm not going to say it's better than what it was, but this is the exact same thing that we're seeing with Titanfall. It can come in and sweep these old FPSs out of, like, everywhere. It's just going to be gone because this is something new, it's something different, and if it sells well, and if it does well, if we all like it, the other FPS will just die. It's simple as that.
Yeah. So, but the one major negative that I forgot to mention earlier was that it's only on the Xbox One and PC. But they did talk about this, and they said that in future titles, they're hoping to bring it to PS4, but it's not. The original game is never going to come to PS4. PS4 sales have been better than the Xbox One, not by too much, but they have been better. Both have been great, but they're missing out on a huge market right there. The PS4 has more power to like play graphics, and the hardware's a little better than the Xbox One's for gaming. Xbox One's leading more to entertainment, which doesn't make sense to me why they wouldn't do that, bring it to the PS4 as well. That's a huge loss, but it's still, I still don't see it. I still can see it replacing COD slowly, but over time I think that it will push away COD. COD's going to move away, and we've seen that from Ghost. They had the chance to make it better with Ghost. They didn't. Seems like Titanfall is going to slowly move in. Not immediately, definitely not, but eventually.
Yeah, if, like you said, if it was on both consoles, oh my god, that would probably be the direct sign that it was gonna, it would be over.
It'd be completely done. I don't know what Black Ops 3 is going to be like, but that's like their last chance to really seal their place in next gen.
Like Call of Duty would be euthanized.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why because it's not on the PS4, it seems like Destiny, which is coming out I think in September, could also be that game.
Oh my
but
god.
they have that summer. Titanfall has that summer, and they have some months advantage before Destiny comes out. But those two games,
Titanfall comes out while the summer?
No, it comes out in September.
Oh,
so Titanfall
okay.
has that summer to like really cement their place.
Okay, if it was, because that's a lot of like playtime for us gamers during the summer, that would mean like a lot of time being playing that game.
A lot of kids. So I would say what it kind of seems like is like Destiny's the new Halo and Titanfall's the new COD, but they both seem better. They have new mechanics that make them, that can seem like the better game and better for next gen in general. I mean, everything about it, they're different, and they're not. They have their originality, but they're also bringing back old stuff that was successful, that people are familiar with, and that they don't have to adjust to a completely new game.
It feels like. Oh, sorry. You go on.
I was gonna just say, like, how would you compare Titanfall to Battlefield?
I would compare it as, like you said, a hybrid of COD and Halo plus a little bit of Battlefield. I don't know like how to compare it.
Well, sales-wise, how will it do against Battlefield? Because the Battlefield fan base, they like to separate themselves from Call of Duty as much as possible. Like you see that everywhere. Whenever a Call of Duty YouTuber uploads a Battlefield game, you see tons of angry Battlefield elitists getting angry.
As far as that goes, as you said, because they like to separate themselves, I don't know exactly how it would do, because it seems like, as I said like a few seconds ago, a combination of the two. Yeah. So if it was, then I don't know what they would be doing, or if they would just like set aside that anger and just like play the game like they fucking should.
Yeah, it does make sense that they would get angry about that. And the franchise capability, talking about how it will go on. Games like Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty are yearly franchises. They bring out games every year. They've been doing this for a while. Do you think Titanfall is going to be like that?
I would think so, because if they want to compete with Call of Duty, which I'm thinking they are trying to, then they have to. There's no way they could not I almost said upload daily, but there's no way they could not make a game yearly to compete with Call of Duty, because if they're gonna do that, that's gonna give them more opportunity to better their game. But then again, actually, if they didn't make a video game yearly, then that would give them more opportunity to make their game better.
It's like COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, they had a years apart, and Respawn, they're not as big as a company as Infinity Ward. They don't have the amount of people to really make a yearly game. Games like Call of Duty, they have 2 different studios making games at a time. So like things like Battlefield, they're not a yearly game. Battlefield does every other year. The only successful franchise, in my opinion, that brings out yearly games is Assassin's Creed, and they put a lot of money into their games. Activision tries to give the studios as small amount of money as possible, and they really limit their time. I don't really think I don't think it's going to be a yearly game. I think Respawn's too small of a. It's by no means a small company, but they're not as big as a developer as like Treyarch to really bring yearly games. I think
in some instances, like not necessarily a small company, but Rockstar, they don't make games yearly, but
oh no, they took 5 years before.
Yeah, and look how well that game did.
Well, that's different because open world games are a lot bigger, but
yeah, it was polished a lot too.
I don't see Respawn making this a yearly thing. I think they're going to take their time and try to make them a successful game. Because if they were going to make a yearly franchise, Titanfall wouldn't come out in March. It would come out on the launch date as a launch title for Xbox One and PS4.
Oh, and it would also have to compete with both new Call of Duties instead of just one. But I don't know how that would. I don't know. It's really complicated.
3 did fine, even though 2 Call of Duties came out. Battlefield 3 still did fine by sales, by not being a yearly title. I think Respawn will be fine if they don't make. I'm really hoping. I'm actually asking you, Respawn, please don't make this a yearly franchise. I don't want that. I don't want, because Call of Duty wouldn't have been ruined. Call of Duty could have been like the best first-person shooter ever.
Yep.
If they just weren't yearly.
They're
push. That's what kills a lot of developers.
Yeah, because if you force content, then it'll never be as good as you want it to be. I've known that from YouTube. I've known that from like schoolwork, but you know, it goes the same for, I guess, video game making.
Yep. So that's pretty much all we got to say, I think. Do you have any more statements?
No.
No? Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got to say about Titanfall. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Thanks for watching. Remember to check out Xerachii's channel. It's the first link in the description.
See you.
If you enjoy. Sorry, Xerachii, I interrupted you again.
It's alright. I'll see you guys later, hopefully on my channel, and people on my channel, go check out the Sneeko. He's awesome.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.